Okay, so now we're going to move our text around so that we can see it and it'll reveal beautifully. Okay, so just like when we're in Photoshop, we used our ruler. What I'm going to use is I am going to use my proportional grid, and that's going to bring up these grid lines to help me kind of align my text. And I'll show you some other tools as well. If for some reason it looks like this, just know that you grabbed the grid, so I'm going to use this proportional grid line. The other thing I'm going to do is make sure that I am on my selection tool, which is the same as the move tool. So what's nice is if I just click on these letters, then they will come out. Now that I'm here, I think that my text size is a little bit big, so I'm just going to hold my shift key down and I am going to change the size. So I can use this slider here or I can type it in. So I'm going to say, okay, I like it about there, because I'm going to actually change the size of some of these letters, but not all of them. I want to show you how I can make sure that these are lined up. So let's say I line them up, but you can see that they're not very lined up. So remember when we used a line earlier, you can do that here too. So I'm going to hold my shift key down and select both of those things. I'm going to click on a line, and then if you look at where those lines are, you'll see how they'll line up. So I want them spaced together. So if you want to see, just so you can see how that works, I'm going to separate them a little bit more. So when I press this, lines them up. And then they're both selected, so I'm going to bring them down here. Here's what it looks like. Now the spacing between my O and my E, so remember, that's the character spacing, which if I remember correctly is the kerning, is bigger than the spacing between my koʻu and my inoa. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase the size of this just to make it look better. Man, this is a long video, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. And then I'm going to just make sure it's kind of centered in the middle. Okay, I'm going to go, I'm eyeballing this. Let me pull up my grid. See I'm checking for my spacing on the edges here. I think I'm okay. Maybe a little bit more to the side. Okay. All right, I have it where I want it, you guys. That was a long video, but that's what you're going to do now.